Hi dear Capricorn, and welcome to your November 2021 reading. This is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for November 2021. I can't believe that we are already in November. This is insane. Time is just going by so fast, but yeah, it was an interesting year, another interesting year, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about what the cards want to tell you actually, and also the astrology. In the beginning of the reading, I will go into the general energies for you, and in the second part of the reading, I will go into love and love relationship energies. This can also be relationships that are not necessarily just a love or romantic relationship, also maybe partnerships, close partnerships, and family relationships can be the matter here of this reading. So November will be a very eventful month because we are back at our lunar eclipse and solar eclipse cycle. So we have a full moon lunar eclipse already on the 19th in Taurus, and then in December we have the solar eclipse, and we do have a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th. And for you Capricorn, it's interesting first of all because Venus is moving in your sign, which is obviously highlighting love, relationships, also everything that has to do with the beautiful things in life, with also money, romance and partnership, and peace and harmony. So how can you really create a life of peace and harmony? And Venus will definitely help you with that. We also feel more beautiful. I always think when Venus is in our sign, more lively, more just light in a way. And in your case, there's a lot of light energy coming through with the Sun card and the Six of Wands. So you have a really big emphasis on living a joyful life that feels successful to you, which is the Six of Wands, where you can have a positive attitude towards yourself, your life, your achievements, and where you can just enjoy yourself and life on this planet. Be playful, be light, be open, show yourself, bring yourself outward, be creative. Also let your inner child play and be creative and have fun, and overall just have a good time with the Sun card here. I mean, the Sun card is such a wonderful card in this deck. You can see these two twins dancing with each other, which represent the male and the female inner child part of ourselves. We have the zodiac here around the card, which is topped by you here, Capricorn. So that's also interesting that this card is coming out for you, because Capricorn, you are on top of the zodiac, in case you didn't know that. And which what I also want to mention is here that those two kids, they dance in the middle of this mountain, and there is a barrier to the top of the mountain, so we don't come too close to the light. There is always, and that just indicates there's always too much light where we can burn ourselves, or where we transcend already into a different dimension away from this earth. So if we go too close to the light, then we're transcending or not part of this earthly reality anymore. So that's why we are confined here in this space, which is actually a very beautiful, fun space, you know, don't get me wrong. You don't want to go there just yet. We can have a good time here on Earth as well. So just to give you a little bit of an insight of the symbolism of the card. And with the Six of Wands, obviously, it's called success. So a positive outlook, a positive attitude towards yourself, your surroundings, your own achievements. Also, it's a Leo card. So it's about Jupiter in Leo, expansion of the self. And that's actually really the underlying energy here, expansion of the self. We have it here with the Sun card very strongly, and we have it here with the Six of Wands. We also do have an energy in the beginning of the month where you come in with a very strategical way, I think, of how to bring transformation when it comes to living a happier life. And I really think you're doing this the Capricorn way. It's so funny. Being very practical and very rational about it, being like, this is what I have to do to feel good, and that's just what I'm gonna do. And not let your emotions get in the way, if you know what I mean. So with the Prince of Pentacles, we have this very practical approach, long-term thinking approach, and having results and doing the things that need to be done to gain results. And the Knight of Swords here, which is actually a king energy, is the very thought through plan and staying in your truth when it comes to where you want to go. So it seems like you want to really go into a place of transforming yourself here with this transformation card, and transforming the way how you show yourself and express yourself, because the 5th house also came out on top of the transformation card, and is again underlying like, how can I grow, how can I expand my inner self and truly bring it out and truly express who I am. Actually, it's a big deal. It's a big deal here, Capricorn. Especially for Capricorn who likes to confine themselves with a lot of boundaries that also give them safety, which, don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's more like a breaking open of light that really shines out of you. And we cannot, I mean, what we forget often is that Capricorn in the tarot is the devil card. And the devil card in Christian mysticism is also the light bringer. So the devil is very closely connected to the sun, actually, which is interesting. So just a thought here for you. In a relationship situation, and in case you're wondering why the cards are already out, I did this in German, this reading earlier, and it's on my German channel. So if you want to check that out, if you're a German speaker, then you can do that and find the link in the description box below. In a relationship situation, we do have on your side a 7 of Cups in reverse. I liked that when it came out, to be honest, because it's a card of not being confused emotionally. It's a card of not being in like a 7 heaven kind of situation, or in like a building imaginary situations in your head and imagining things, you know, wishful thinking. It's a card of being down to earth when it comes to your emotions, not being in an illusion, and also not putting people on a pedestal, which I like, you know, because here in this particular card, he's like painting this picture of somebody and projecting all his wishes and hopes on it. And I think you're not doing that anymore. You're mature, you've matured when it comes to love. This other person, 2 of Wands, in combination with this Aquarius sign here, I think it has to do with a decision maybe that they made during October, when Jupiter and also Saturn turned direct in Aquarius, that all of us felt gave us more forward movement, again, hope of expansion, especially in our mind. And I feel like this triggered the person to take a courageous step towards a more active way of living this connection, even though there is some inner conflict involved. But I think they're trying to step out of the inner conflict into leaning into actively participating more in the connection. That's what I want to say with the King of Wands. For you, maybe that came sudden and also brought you down from some kind of illusionary way of seeing this into a more active, real way of saying this, because you're both mirroring each other as the King of Wands. And I really like that, because it's forward energy that is very passionate, very creative, where you really want to do things together, where you want to be active together, where you want to go out and experience and also live the passion with each other. and show yourself. Because the King of Wands is really very confident, forward moving, leader type of type personality kind of guy. And I think you're really both taking on that role, and it really is beautiful to see that there is not such a classical role thing going on in this connection. So both people really actively participate and take charge and contribute and do things to make this go, to make the thing go, you know, to make the thing move. And I really like that. That's what's coming through very strongly. You might be both very attractive people who have a lot of charisma, who really know how to motivate people and how to animate people and how to lead people also. Maybe you're dealing with a family situation where there's a lot of leadership skills from both of you necessary to make the situation a better one. Because even though in this card normally these little creatures here are supposed to be fans attached to the king, or little minions, or even mistresses or whatever, in this case there is some sort of a family kids energy for me coming through. So maybe you both also have to take charge of more people together and are really good at it as a team. I like that. I like that. I really like that. Very nice. And additionally, we have this transformation card, which I love in this context, because it's really with the 5th house together, an expansion of self. And I think a sudden realization with this Uranus sign. So I will read what this card says, and then I will also draw some charms for you. Transformation, auspiciousness, self-development through psychic transformation, the spirit supreme over matter. I like it. It also stands for the Judgment card. So it's a very also spiritually driven calling into a direction of change. And it's already happening, and you can see it. Very divinely guided. All right, so some charms for you. Wow, very centered here. Very centered in the middle. I hear you are my rock. Maybe you are the rock for this other person, or you give away strong daddy energy, I want to say. Very grounded energy. And also grounding yourself from this illusionary way of experiencing romantic love, I think. It feels still, this transformation, I think, feels a lot. I mean, I feel like you're a step further than this other person maybe, but still this transformation feels very miraculous. It feels very psychedelic even, because we have this miracle charm and the psychedelic charm and the expansion charm, the good luck charm. So it's really like overstepping a threshold in your mind. I think it's really blowing your mind what's going on here. Both of you are maybe working on transforming also your public image from how you lived it in the past and how you want to transform it here. With this Colosseum charm, and you're doing it in a playful way. I think this is for both of you. Here is some also protection stone going on. There's protection in case you're afraid what other people think. You're protected from that because we have the evil eye also on in reverse. And this connection is rooted in a lot of love, and you're now transforming, I think, your perception of romantic love changes in a completely into a completely new dimension, and it feels very magical and beautiful and miraculous. This is my Venus charms, and this is the oxidized Venus charm, the copper, and this means transforming some sort of Venusian energy, love energy, into something higher, better, greater, more valuable. And this attachment, there is a big attachment to higher knowledge and clarity and light. There's a lot of light coming in for you. We have a third eye opening attached to all this knowledge about the self that is very clear, that also brings good energy into this connection. And if you don't have a specific connection, which I'm getting very strongly, you're really getting rid of a side of yourself that lets you hold yourself back from moving forward because of an inner conflict. I think this is also a breakthrough for you to step more and more into what you want for yourself. This is very important for a lot of you. And also stepping away from an inner conflict that again and again hinders you to trust your decisions when it comes to love. Lover's card in reverse. Understanding your passions better. Transforming the idea of romantic love. Maybe understanding that a lot of connections in the past were very passion-driven and not very deeply rooted in a sense of mutual passions. Maybe sexually driven, but it was not lasting passions. So there's something transforming when it comes to that. Super spiritual insight that you're gaining here. Really big transformation, Capricorn. Intense in such a good way with the Sun card. Beautiful, beautiful, positive energy. So thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. I'm excited for your reading. This looks amazing. And I hope that you'll come back in the next time. And I hope in the meantime you subscribe, like, comment to my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.